Arjun was a dreamer. He wasn't born with a hammer in his hand, but he was born with a fire in his belly. A fire to create, to build, to make something beautiful out of raw, natural materials. He loved the look of wood, its smell, its texture. He would run his fingers along the grain of his kitchen table as a boy. He dreamed of one day building his own table, maybe even his own chair to go with it. Arjun was young. He didn't have much experience, but he had something much more important: passion. He decided to teach himself everything about woodworking. He would learn how to use the tools. He would study the different types of wood. He would become a carpenter. He would build his dreams. Arjun knew it wouldn't be easy. Woodworking was a tough craft. It took time, dedication, and a whole lot of patience. But Arjun was not afraid of hard work. He was ready to learn. He was ready to make mistakes. He was ready to become a master craftsman. Arjun's journey began with a single step. He went to the library. The library was a treasure trove of information. Arjun devoured books on woodworking. He learned about the different types of saws, planes, and chisels. He studied joinery techniques and wood finishing methods. He filled notebooks with diagrams and notes, but book knowledge could only take him so far. Arjun needed to get his hands dirty. He started small. He gathered scraps of wood from construction sites and lumber yards. He bought a few basic tools: a saw, a hammer, a screwdriver. He followed along with online tutorials. He watched videos of experienced woodworkers. He paid close attention to their every move. He practiced tirelessly in his backyard. His first projects were simple: a birdhouse, a small shelf, a wobbly stool. They weren't perfect, but they were his. He poured his heart and soul into each creation. He learned from his mistakes. He celebrated his successes. With each project, he could feel himself improving. He was gaining confidence. He was becoming a carpenter. The smell of sawdust became a comfort to him. The feel of wood beneath his calloused fingers was a joy. The road to mastery was not without its bumps. Arjun made his fair share of mistakes. He cut boards too short. He drilled holes in the wrong places. He even managed to break a few tools. But Arjun didn't get discouraged. He didn't give up. He saw each mistake as an opportunity to learn and grow. He would examine his mistakes carefully. He would try to understand what went wrong. He would ask for advice from more experienced woodworkers. He would then try again and again and again until he got it right. Arjun learned that failure was not the opposite of success. It was a stepping stone. He learned to embrace the process. He enjoyed the challenge of figuring things out. He found beauty in imperfection. He realized that true craftsmanship was not about avoiding mistakes, but about learning from them. Arjun's perseverance began to pay off. His projects became more complex. His skills became more refined. He was no longer just a novice. He was becoming a true craftsman. Section 4: Recognition and Growth, from scrap wood to showpieces. As Arjun's skills grew, so did his confidence. He started sharing his creations with friends and family. At first they were simple gifts: a handcrafted cutting board for his mother, a wooden toy for his niece, a picture frame for his best friend. But people were amazed by his work. They couldn't believe he had taught himself everything. Word of Arjun's talent began to spread. Friends of friends started asking him to make things for them. He built a beautiful coffee table for a young couple. He crafted a set of shelves for a local bookstore. He even repaired an antique chair for a kindly old woman. Arjun was making a name for himself. He took pride in his work. He poured his heart and soul into every piece he created. He used only the finest materials. He paid attention to every detail. He wanted his creations to be not just functional, but also beautiful. Works of art that would last for generations. Arjun's passion was contagious. People were drawn to his enthusiasm. They admired his dedication. He was inspiring others to pursue their own creative passions. Section 5: A foot in the door. Arjun's first real job. One day, Arjun heard about a job opening at a local furniture shop. It was a small shop, family-owned. They specialized in custom-made pieces. Arjun had always admired their work. He decided to take a chance. He gathered some photos of his best pieces. He put together a small portfolio. He walked into the shop, his heart pounding in his chest. The shop owner was a gruff but fair man. He looked over Arjun's portfolio with a critical eye. He asked him a few questions. He could see the passion in Arjun's eyes. He could see the skill in his work. He offered Arjun a job on the spot. Arjun was ecstatic. He couldn't believe his luck. He was finally going to work with experienced craftsmen. He was going to learn new techniques. He was going to get paid to do what he loved. Arjun approached his new job with the same enthusiasm and dedication that he had shown throughout his journey. He was eager to learn from the more experienced craftsmen. He soaked up their knowledge like a sponge. He never shied away from a challenge. He was always willing to go the extra mile. Section 6. Master Craftsman Building a Legacy, one piece at a time. Years passed. Arjun flourished at the furniture shop. He became a master craftsman in his own right. He was known for his attention to detail, his creativity, his passion for the craft. But deep down, Arjun still harbored a dream of starting his own woodworking business. One day, he decided it was time to take the leap. He rented a small workshop. He bought some new tools. He hung up a sign that simply said Arjun's Woodworking. He was open for business. Word of mouth spread quickly. People flocked to Arjun's shop. They were drawn to his unique designs, his commitment to quality, his passion for his craft. Arjun poured his heart and soul into every piece he created. He treated each customer like family. Arjun's business thrived. He expanded his workshop. He hired a few apprentices. He even started teaching woodworking classes to the local community. He wanted to share his love of the craft with others. He wanted to inspire a new generation of craftsmen. Arjun had achieved his dream. He had become a master craftsman. He had built a successful business. But most importantly, he had found his purpose. He was creating beautiful, lasting pieces that would be treasured for generations. He was making a difference in his community. He was living proof that with passion, perseverance, and a whole lot of hard work, anything is possible.